What's up everyone, welcome to episode number 6 of Cheesing with Every Unit to Grandmaster. We've already done 15 units and there's about 30 left to go. Now in the second episode of the series we got 2 losses, making it look like we were gonna have a really hard time, but the last 3 episodes were very nice. We had tough games, but we won them all. I hope we can continue that streak. Let's begin. Alright, the first game of the day is against a move noob, a Terran. Now, just judging by his name, I already feel like this guy's gonna make Cyclones, but I guess we'll see. Now, I have to admit, guys, even though we've only done 15 units out of the... I don't know how many it is exactly, probably roughly 45. I'm already kind of struggling to think of what units I should use. Like, there's a couple units that I'm clearly saving for later, like all the strong ones, you know, Stalkers, Roaches, Marines, blah, 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 right? But out of the niche picks, I already need to put a lot more active thought into, you know, have I already used this unit before or not? Now we're playing against a Terran. I would kind of like to go for the Overlord strategy that I talked about in the last episode, which is that I want to attack with just Overlords, so I can only... well, crossing the map, I don't know exactly what the rule set between it. Once again, guys, this is not a super strict challenge, of course. I just have to do a cheese or crazy strategy based on the unit, and that's it. But I thought it could be really cool for the Overlord challenge to only attack by dropping. Now, if we're going to go up against Cyclones, I think that could actually be a good strategy, because Cyclones would be bad against Zerglings, right? At least if you have enough of them. And that way, I can have Zerglings to defend and send Zerglings and Overlords to attack. And I feel like that could actually be a pretty cool strategy. Obviously, it is not set at all that this guy is going to make Cyclones, but I feel like if in this patch, when 90% of the Terrans are abusing the bugged Cyclones, you call yourself a move noob in caps lock, you know, it's a little suspect, to say the least. It's kind of like me playing random and calling myself don't trust me, and then tell my opponents which race I am, you know? No one's gonna trust that. They should have, because I always told the truth. But, you know, no one's gonna trust that. Now, I saw an SCV coming to my base pretty early. And that is actually a fair... I noticed that Terrans are scouting a little earlier for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Has there maybe been an increase in popularity when it comes to, like, pool first builds or something like this? I guess it's possible that with the change of the Cyclone... if you guys are wondering what's important to what I'm about to say, is that the Cyclone used to be able to build without a tech lab, so you could even make it from a reactor. So what you could do as Terran is you could just play the standard reactor Hellion stuff, and then the moment you see its Roaches, you just make 2 Cyclones instead and you can hold it. So Cyclone all-ins were pretty bad with the previous Cyclone, even though the current Cyclone is stronger and bugged, right? So now, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Zergs are playing Roach all-ins again, even with the new Cyclone. And if that's the case, then it makes sense why they're all of a sudden scouting so early. I still don't think it's necessary to scout that early, by the way, but I've noticed that they do. This guy has no expansion. Okay, well, that is extremely sus, first of all. I'm going to start link speed right away. I'm also going to cut gas for a little bit, just in case I have to spam Zerglings. Now, let's see. Is it going to be Cyclones, or what is it going to be? God. Okay, no, he's expanding on the high ground with a lot of Marines. This is the opposite of what I was... Why is he on the high... Okay, this guy is traumatized. Judging by how he played, this guy has gotten cheesed by like 10 Zergs, and you guys realize what he's doing. He made 3 Marines before the reactor while expanding on the high ground. This is so safe. I don't even know what would possibly beat this. That's how safe it is, at least from an attacking POV. I don't think it's smart, because he's just going to be down in eco, but that is... Okay, well, this guy really is traumatized. I don't know who's been haunting this guy with Zerg cheeses, making a 30C behind it as well. Okay, so then I mean, we're not out of the woods when it comes to Cyclones, but we are out of the woods when it comes to early Cyclone attacks, which means we can start preparing for mass Dropper Lords. Should I make anything else besides Zerglings for the initial wave? Dropping Roaches actually sounds kind of cool to me. It's also pretty expensive, because then I need to get Roach speed, and I still have to decide on which upgrades to build, right? No, I don't have to be afraid. Like, the reason why this is also not that good against Zerg, I feel like I've been talking about this a lot, because the last episode, at least I believe it was the last one, someone did the 1-base Cyclone win against my Zerg. That is a 4th command center, by the way. And I mentioned that 1-base all-ins aren't that good against Zerg. Playing this safe also isn't that good against Zerg, because you can't outgreed Zerg. Like, against Zerg, you really just have to play, you know, appropriately greedy and aggressive at the same time. Like, it's a balance, I guess I should say, right? Oh, I did get my Overlord speed a little later. Gonna start a bunch of Zerglings now. This is going to die. Actually, it might barely not die. Oh, that's actually so... I mean, he was gonna make a Cyclone anyway, right? Okay, so what it looks like this guy is doing to me is he's playing 4cc mech, probably. Because he was making either a Cyclone or a tank from this. Wasn't making the upgrade, so I'm kind of tempted to think it was a tank, which is gonna be pretty good for defending anything early on, of course. But he also went for 4 command centers, which means he's never going to be aggressive. So if he went Cyclones, that would be kind of weird. So I'm kind of tempted to think that this is just some old school mech play more than anything else. Let's see, I'm going to make probably 6 or 7 dropper lords. Let's see. Gonna make all of them now, and then I'll just spam Zerglings, and then we'll just see if they actually fit. Gonna make another queen. I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of this base, by the way. Like, it just doesn't have that many min. Oh, it does have 2. They changed that, I think. I'm pretty sure that base in the original version only had 1 gas. Now, I definitely don't have enough to fill these up, at least not yet. But I do have a couple of empty overlords still. I guess I can use those to drop... Maybe I'll just drop with 1 in the natural or something. That would be alright. Now, with the way he's playing, I think I can greed it up a little bit, get my double evo as well. I'm gonna get double gases over here, so he's not going to scout it that early. Like, I really just want to get... Maybe I'll even get, like, Infestors or something. I remember the good old days of Ling Infestor to Grandmaster, where I was dropping Infestors at some point to get in someone's base and neural the Liberators that would otherwise just counter all of my Zerglings. Try to saturate this gas over here. I really have no idea how effective this is going to be, to be honest. Like, legitimately, I don't know. If he's as greedy as I think he is, and he does look pretty greedy, then this could absolutely pop off. He's indeed making factories as I expected. He also has turrets, which is surprising. I can drop on top of this tank and kill it for free. These units... Wait, I can be smart about this and just drop a couple in the third base over here. Get you guys in here as well. This base is pretty much forked. He is making a planetary, however, which is scary. That factory had to be cancelled. And I think... just the first wave of drops is probably going to be able to do enough damage already. Now, I need to keep in mind that I am only making Zerg. He has a planet. This guy is insane. This guy plays like one of my YouTube challenges. You guys realize he has a planetary on his natural? This is not... Okay, well, that is actually crazy. I don't think I've seen anyone do that in a long time. The last time I saw someone do that is legitimately when I was doing a holdout challenge against viewers and they just had to survive for as long as possible. I think that's genuinely the last time I've seen someone do that. That is hilarious. Okay, so I do need to build something that can deal with this kind of stuff. What can I make that I can drop in overlords? Dude, I'm actually kind of tempted to go for ultras. This guy, I feel like with the way... Yeah, 100%. With the way this guy is playing, he is giving me green light to just go for ultras, I think. It's also going to help me get... what's it called? Zergling adrenal glands. The Zergling attack speed upgrade. Because that makes him ultra strong. I just made 1,000,000 drones, by the way. Okay, so now he has 1 Hellbat, which is kind of scary. But the thing is, he doesn't have anti-air, so I can just do this. I can just fly to his third base. God, this is so funny. This guy has an absolutely epic playstyle. And I'm not sure if it's, the right choice for the occasion. I could probably just put creep down here. And he's never going to be able to get that again, I think. Oh man, I couldn't select that under the command center. Gonna lift these guys up again. There we go. I have so many drones. That is actually insane. Let me just saturate that base real quick. Then I'll go for the hive. I do need to make sure I don't get A-moved by mech, by the way. Like, he could totally just attack me with a couple of tanks. Like, I don't have anything. Maybe I should make road speed just in preparation. I truly feel like this guy has enabled me so hard. Like, this guy is just style points for sure. Yeah, exactly. This guy is enabling me so hard right now. He's letting me do whatever I want. And that is not usually the place you want to put me in, because I will do whatever I want. Now, I feel like I either saw a scan or a liberator, or I'm hallucinating. I'm not quite sure which option it is. It could be all of them. Now, I'm not spending my money at all. I guess I'll just make 1,000,000 drones again and saturate this base. Like, if I get to go for ultra this drop, I'm going to be a very happy man. He's using the noob mode on this Thor, so this overlord is going to survive for another couple centuries. Look at this. That base actually hasn't landed in forever. Now, I wonder if this guy has actually played against this kind of stuff before when playing mech. I mean, just judging by his name, I feel like he's just a guy who embraced this style to the max, you know what I mean? I feel like this guy probably does a similar thing to this every single game. And I wonder if he's played against something like this before, because it is a pretty crazy way to deal with mech, of course. I wonder if I if he didn't go for such a greedy build, how this would have gone. I do kind of like the way he played, by the way, because it's, if you think about it on this map, it's going to be pretty hard to deal with. Like, it's an extremely campy map. Like, he's a planetary here and a planetary here. The only way I could have attacked him was by drops. Against Mutas, he already had turrets. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm even going to make Neural Parasite over here. How many? I think I want even more drones, actually. I'm just going to get all of these, send them all to the gold base. I do have to admit, guys, it is extremely satisfying to play Zerg and just make a whole mineral line at once. Like, it feels great, okay? It really does feel great. Now, let's see. How many turrets did he make? A lot. Okay. That is another armory. Yeah, this guy's just going to go for mass mech. I have 117 drones, which might be a little overkill. Not sure. Let's see. I'm going to make a couple more overlords. Oh, I still have these links over here. I'm not even sure how I can use these links anymore, by the way. Let me get both the Ultralisk upgrades as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is not even just my dream. This is just any Zerg's dream, I think. Being able to do just whatever you want all this time, it just feels great. Now, the thing is, I've made so many drones that I can't actually make that many Ultralisks. I think I just built like 6, and that was it. That was all I was able to build. I think I need to get some infestors in these drops as well. I'm just gonna try and drop these links on top, see if I can get anything. It'll be a pretty good trade if I can get anything. If I don't, then sucks for me, you know? There's another base over here that I can do some damage against. Let me make sure to saturate the gases over on this side. This might be like the biggest economy I've ever built. I had 117 drones. I mean, at some point I must have launched like 1 million mules at once, you know? But that really is about it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave those there for now. Make a bunch of dropper lords over here. Now, I think realistically to win this game, I'm gonna have to make infestors. Like, I'm only gonna drop. I'm gonna stick to the challenge. I'm only gonna drop him. And I think I'll probably need infestors to take over the Thors. But at some point, this guy's gonna max out. And it's gonna be pretty hard to, you know, make something happen here, I think. Now, these ones are gonna go straight for the main. I guess I might as well get Burrow as well. I hope this guy's not gonna go for BCs or something, because then I'm gonna have to try a harder response against that. I like how he's not even in a rush at all to take this base. Like, I mean, he has been on 4 bases for a while. He's just absolutely chilling. I know from my pro gamer Zerg friends that if you want to beat a late game Terran, you're going to have to take some of their bases, because Zerg tends to be a bit less efficient. Let me get... Wait. Oh, wait, okay, we're looking at the wrong evolution chamber, I see. Now, I'm definitely going to make the Zerglings go for... Oh my god, yeah, that is tough. What am I going to do against this? I mean, I can drop Ultras on top of his army as well. Maybe I should have brought a couple of fake Overlords. I'm going to make a bunch more Overlords and just bring a couple fake ones. I'm going to start nibbling away at that. Probably did a little bit of friendly fire. Okay, the thing is, guys, if these were Zerglings, I would actually go for it, you know? If these were Zerglings, I would 100% go for it. But there's Ultras in there, so that would be like the most expensive freaking drop ever. I'm just going to make more and more infestors as I lose supply. I mean, if I can mine out the map faster, that would just be the best way of doing it for me. Do I have much more to drop? Not for now. Okay, that is not an army I want to drop in again. I'm so lucky that this guy uses the bad mode on the Thors. Like, those Thors would have killed like probably an additional couple Overlords if he didn't have them on that. I think we might actually go for this, honestly. Okay, call me freaking insane, but we're gonna go for it. Are there more turrets in the back? There are no more turrets in the back. I barely couldn't get that Ultralisk out, unfortunately. But we do have a bunch of Ultralisks in the base, and I can just rebuild those right away. Like, keep in mind, I have a crazy amount of eco, right? Like, my eco is absolutely absurd. This is gonna do a pretty significant amount of damage. We're gonna be able to kill pretty much all of the SUVs here. Kill a bunch of the turrets as well, maybe, so he's going to have to rebuild those. And I'll just rebuild all of the Zerglings right away. Here we go. Let me make sure to focus the turrets, because these Ultralisks are going to die. Maybe I can burrow one of the Ultralisks. That'd be funny. He does have a Raven over there, so he's probably going to catch me, but it would be funny if I could get away with one of them. Doesn't look like I will, unfortunately. Yeah, let's see. I think I'm just going to make 1 million Zerglings again on the follow-up. How many of these do I have? Not that many, actually. So I have to make a bunch more of... yeah, actual dropper lords. I have so many overlords there that I kind of felt like I must have had enough dropper lords, but I actually didn't. So see, I have one Ultralisk just chilling in here. How many units do I have building? Not that many, seems like, right? Yes, my army is somewhat small. I do have a bunch of cracklings coming in as well, which is going to be really nice. And then we're just going to go for the drop again. I don't know why these drones are here. Oh, they're just taking a really weird path to that base. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Now, I keep thinking I see a scan, but I don't. It's kind of weird. Here we go. You guys go to the front again. Oh, this is going to be... I'm actually... It worked! No way it worked! Dude, I didn't even look at it. I was like, there's no way that's gonna work. It actually worked. That's so crazy. So now I know where his turrets are. I'm gonna have to wait for a little bit, I think. I do have a couple of infestors. The infestors are gonna be really huge here. Like, really, really, really huge. Oh, he does actually have more turrets than I realized he did. Okay, here we go. Gonna drop everything in the main base again. And this time, I do have a couple of infestors with me. These infestors are gonna be extremely good against the Thors. As long as I micro these correctly, of course. Okay, maybe I'll just take over the Banshees, because otherwise I'm going to lose stuff for free all the time, which is really annoying. Okay, these units are going to do extremely well for me. Look at this. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the Dude, this guy has so many Thors, actually insane. I think maybe against it, look... Oh, no, it died. Oh, we got one tank. Please kill that one. Can I kill it? Yo, I got a Thor. Let's go. Yeah, I might stop making... what are they called? I might stop making Ultralisk and just go for mass Zergling... I could also make Ravagers, by the way. But I was going to say mass Zergling Infestor. I think that wouldn't even be the craziest idea. Now, I do have to make a couple spores and stuff, just so those Banshees don't absolutely ravage me later. Pretty sure I'm never going to run out of larvae, honestly. But yeah, maybe I should keep injecting just because I can. Okay, what I wanted to do earlier, I didn't actually get to do it because the units on the map were drones. I just wanted to burrow one Zergling everywhere. This, by the way, in my opinion, if you have the APM to do this is actually awesome. Just burrowing like one Ling everywhere, so you get like a lot of it, especially against Bioterran. Like this guy has mech units, which means he's most likely to make a Raven, which we already know he did. But this is actually a pretty cool thing to do against Bioterran, because you just get free vision forever, basically, which is awesome. Should I make some gases here? Probably. I think maybe I should saturate this a little hard. Yeah, the thing is, he has a lot of Thors. And Thors are gonna be pretty good against spine crawlers anyway. Let me just shift click a couple of injects over here, because you can do that now, which is nice. Let's see. Do I have my full upgrades? I pretty much do have my full upgrades. I could get tunneling claws as well. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use that, honestly, but maybe I will. Let's see. I have to imagine that he rebuilt those turrets instant. I'm so scared. One time he's gonna have like a million. Oh, he doesn't have the turrets yet, but he does have some Thors. Yeah, he was waiting for it. I was gonna say at some point he's probably just gonna leave a bunch of units over there. Maybe I am gonna remake a couple ultras. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough game to finish. That is for sure. In fact, a tough game to win in general, right? Like, I don't know if we're gonna be winning this game at this point. It's gonna be a very, very tough one. Now, I could drop on top of his army somewhere else. It's just gonna be hard for sure. Like planetaries, you can break planetaries pretty easily with Ultralisk, but it does have the building positioning there over there. Not quite sure if we're gonna be able to do it. Now, I do really need some more gas, so let's start mining some gas. I guess Spore Crawler over here as well. I can't believe he made Banshees, by the way. Like, this guy's probably an expert on the playstyle, like I've talked about before, but Banshees are still kind of weird to make later on. Like, they're not necessarily the strongest units ever. That was actually a pretty good trap. He didn't make the turrets on purpose, I'm pretty sure. It was cool, but now it's over. I wanted it to work. Oh, God. He's coming for me right now. Okay, well, then I'm just going to go for the mass drop over here. Let's see. Here we go. Guess I'll just take over. Oh, actually, now I don't have my freaking... oh, God. I might actually have to back off here. I don't have my Ultralisk anymore. I know I made a couple. Where did the Ultralisk go? I guess I'm going to have to back off with this army for now. Okay, oh, I do it. There's the Ultralisk. I found them. Like, I don't know. His army... If his army is just Thors... I don't know how many tanks he has. Thors are really bad against infestors, like genuinely really bad. So I'm not 100% sure about this, guys. I think we might actually be able to crush him still, not gonna lie. Okay, these should definitely win against the Banshees. Those Banshees are gonna die. Let's see, is it time to go in here? I think it might actually be time to just go in here. Yeah, I'll just take all of his Thors. Here you go. That's going to be very painful. Yeah, you can't kill those, buddy. Thors are a terrible unit against infestors. I've told you guys many times. Do you believe me now? I think you do. Absolutely a horrible unit against infestors. I'm not going to type back to him because he didn't seem to type that in He didn't seem malicious, I guess, right? Like, yeah, I don't think he tried to be mean or anything. He just wanted... Wait, what is dying? Oh, it's Hellbats. I thought it was freaking... I thought it was Banshees, and I was like, wait, how are my spores not killing that? And I guess at this point, I should make some Ultras again. And then... Actually, maybe now I can go for the main base drop again. Right? Like, keep in mind, I'm still not supposed to attack without dropping. I'm not going to give up on the challenge just because I killed his army there. Look at my money, by the way. My money is absolutely crazy. What he did here, it's really just a classic Terran mistake. If you make mass stores, it feels like you're making a really big army. You know, you're making like the tier 3 Terran. You can tell by his name, by the way, that he expected to win as well. He's making the tier 3 Terran unit, but against Infestors, it's you're not going to have a good time. You need a lot of tanks there. Probably some Liberators and stuff as well would really do well for him. Now, I think I have a million links. I'm going to take one Ultra with me. I'm not sure if that's going to be useful or not, but I'm going to bring it with me anyway. That base is going to be blocked, which sucks for him. I have 57 drones only, so my drone count is actually pretty small. Let's see, I'm going to bring a couple more of these Dropper Lords back. Maybe I can wait for him to try and attack that Zergling, and then I will go for the main base. I wonder if he's going to have Thors in position once again. Let's see. I think I'm going to drop these at the front somewhere. Try and kill his... either the tanks he has saved at his next base or something like this. Yeah, my army is actually massive. I think I should definitely be rebuilding some drones, honestly. Now, let's see what we have going on over here. It's going to be a lot of turrets again. It's actually a lot of freaking turrets. Oh my god. You have to be me to go into this, okay? This is a little insane what I just did, but we are going to be able to kill a lot of stuff over here. Oh, actually, no. He made more Banshees. Oh, the Banshees are actually going to be quite problematic now. I don't think we can kill those Hellbats, unfortunately. You know what I'm going to make? First of all, I'm going to make a bunch of drones. I think I might actually have to make like Corruptors or something to deal with those Banshees. Now, these Zerglings are doing a really big amount of damage, but I lost a lot for it. I'm just going to drop these over here. This is why I wanted my Ultralist, by the way. So I could actually kind of shoot through turrets and stuff. Oh, I thought I got that already, but I didn't. And I'm just going to shoot. I should be able to kill this. If he doesn't send units, this is going to die. Ultralists are extremely good against this. Wait, maybe I should target the SUVs with that guy over here. Going to retake this again. There we go. What is he going to send? Oh, just a couple Widow Mines. Yeah, I don't actually have much in terms of anti-air here. That scares me a little bit. Looks like he is going to go across with that attack. So I'm just going to go back to my base with all of these. He's using a lot of Widow Mines, which is interesting. Let's see, I'm not sure what I should be built. I don't even know what his army is. Okay, this time he did actually build a lot of tanks. Did I make a Spire? I did make a Spire. See, let's get some Fungals in there. Okay, these Fungals are going to go absolutely ham, though. Like, these Fungals are absolutely brutal. Look at these Fungals. Oh my god, these Fungals are popping the hell off. I don't even have detection anymore, which is really, really scary, but I don't think we're going to need it. He has a couple more cloaked units over here. I guess I can just land these in downtown. From downtown, rather, and then we just fungal them to death. That is the plan. We're gonna make a million Zerglings, actually. I think that is the play. We just make a million Zerglings. He pretty much only has tanks now, I think. Tanks are a lot better against Infestors, that is for sure. Let's see. Is it really only tanks? It might actually just be tanks. Okay, so he's gonna lose a couple over here really fast, which is really nice. Then C's gonna be over here with a couple tanks that are also gonna die. Yeah, he's splitting them just a little bit too much. So he's gonna struggle with keeping them alive. What does he have in the middle? Yeah, it looks like he is... Wait, I'm actually kind of... Am I low on larva, guys? I'm low on larva. No way. That's actually crazy. I can't believe out of all the things, I'm running out of larva. That's actual insanity right here. I'm going to make a couple of Corruptors, try to defend my base. Blue Flame Hellions are good against the Lynx, but they're way better as Hellbats. So these units are going to die as well. Now, I guess I do have the right to defend my base, of course. Wait, can I do something funny? Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I do have a couple of units in here still. I guess I could probably just clear that army up with my Zerglings. I need to make sure to retake those bases. There we go. Those Zerglings are going to pop off over there. Now, I'm really not quite sure if we drop the main again, because it was a little bit of a questionable play last time already. Now, let me just resaturate this base over here real quick. This really has ended up being a pretty big banger of a game, hasn't it? Yeah, I did that in a bit of a weird order, but it's all right. What was... Oh, it's a freaking... I need an Overseer, man. I really do need an Overseer. These things are going to make me go insane, I think, at some point. Now, I just have the Corruptors for the Banshees. I don't actually want to make that many. because corruptors are not going to be that good against the rest of the army, especially without the upgrades, of course. So that Widow Mine is going to die. And I think we're just going to go for a drop in the main again. But this time, we're going to do it without the rest of the stuff. Because the rest of the stuff, I feel like, is just going to lose me too much value when I inevitably drop into a bunch of turrets, right? I'm just going to go across with these. I don't have that many Zerglings anymore, unfortunately. I think I also definitely made too many Corruptors. I'm guiding my... Yeah, oh, I do actually kind of regret that now. Keep in mind the Corruptor Caustic Spray is still going to be a pretty good ability here to use, of course. Okay, it is kind of weird because it can only attack by dropping, but my units are spawning next to his base now. So what am I really supposed to do about that, you know? So I got a bit of an army over here. Let's see how much stuff he has. I might be able to kill something pretty easily by using the Caustic Spray, but it's always going to be scary. Wait, that is actually a 6-can somehow. Holy cow, let's see. Okay, yeah. This should die really, really fast. And I'm going to drop over here. I'm not sure if that kind of looks like it's a counter-attack rather than an actual full-on attack. That base is going to die. I do have a couple of units over here. Maybe I should send the Corruptors back. Keep the Infestors here and just kind of kill these units with Fungals. I think they're a pretty decent idea, actually. I need to be really careful with these Ultras. It's actually pretty... I really didn't think that this was going to be happening at some point in the game. I just killed a Thor with my Zerglings, by the way. That's actually what was going on here. Okay, I do have to bring the Infestors back now, so the Infestors are coming back. I have an Overseer with me, luckily. All these Banshees are going to die so fast. I did lose my Ultras, by the way, which is painful. Luckily for me, he was rebuilding. I could also make a freaking Greater Spire at this point. Wouldn't even be that crazy of an idea. Yeah, I have a million Zerglings coming in. Need to be very careful. If I get the Neurals, then I'm going to kill his entire army. If I don't get the Neurals, then my stuff is going to die. That's the thing. There you go. I think we're going to go for it. Here we go. We're going to take over as many units as we can. And I think the Infestors are going to do it once again. I think he might actually... Guys, I don't think he has scans. I think you might be wondering why he didn't scan earlier. I think he might have actually ran out. Like, keep in mind, I killed his main base just now, and I killed the orbital that was here with the Corruptors. I think this guy actually did run out of scans. Oh, this is where all my larvae was. I found it, guys. Let's make a couple more Overlords, shall we? Okay, now I'm going to defend my base over here. Looks like he's backing off already. Did all my Overlords die? I'm kind of wondering if my Overlords died. I can't imagine that they all died. All these Dropper Lords? Okay, so I still have a bunch over here. Exactly, that's what I was looking for. Those do now finally die. I'm going to get these back in. I'm actually going to... Let's see, can I fit one Infestor? This one, no? Okay, I'm just going to get one Infestor in there just so I can neural the stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a bunch of Ultralisks over here. It is a risky play for sure. Now, I have to admit, I'm not quite sure if I should be allowed to use my Corruptors offensively without accompanying the Overlords, because I would like to go and attack that, but I think that would be a little bit too much out of the challenge if I would do that. So I'm just going to accompany my Overlords for now. I'm going to make a bunch more Dropper Lords over here. Ultras, extreme. You guys saw it, right? Extremely good at... well, that's actually a lot of units. Extremely good at killing planetaries, so that's quite nice. I do have a lot of units over here. I need to be careful. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to be able to kill those Cyclones right away. That is nice. There we go. The Cyclones are going to fall pretty much instantly. Now, I don't have my Infestors here, so I'm not going to be able to... Okay, that hurt my soul a little bit to watch. I'm not going to be able to kill those Thors is what I wanted to say. Oh, that's another orbital that's going to die, which is fantastic. Now I'm over here with all of my units. Those Banshees obviously cannot do anything against this. Need to make sure to keep my Banshees together with my units, of course. Now, it looks like we are being attacked on the top side, so I'm going to send my units over there. I think his base might just be like infinitely screwed with this attack. The Banshees are going to die. I need to keep my thingy a little closer over here. Maybe I can get away with doing something against those. Like, my army here is pretty massive. Let's see. Can I kill all of those? Probably, right? Should be able to kill all of those with the Neurals. Neurals extremely good against Thors. Once again, there we go. Let me just make sure that I target all of them individually, of course. So those are going to die. I don't think my guy over here has any production left. I think my friend is out of production. I think this is everything that he has, pretty much. Here we go. So we're going to kill those Ultras as well. Or those Thors, rather. And then I'm going to go for a... Wait, that's mined out? How the hell is that mined out already? Mules are pretty good, huh? I'm actually shocked. I didn't even think he had that base for that long. That's why I wanted to attack that base, because I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a priority. You know, we need to get rid of that. I think one final big drop in the main base should be able to get the trick done, though. I think keeping the infestors as defense probably would have been better, by the way, all this time than trying to drop them into the main. Now he's taking that base. I guess we'll need some more overlords to be able to drop there. Do I have more overlords? Doesn't really look like it. I mean, oh yeah, we do. I mean, at this point, my base really was next to his all the time, but I am a man of my word, guys. I'm going to stick to my challenge no matter what, and I'm going to be dropping over. I just try to take this base with my drone. I guess I'll just take it over there then. Here we have a nice big attack. I don't really think he has many units. Oh, thank goodness I have infestors here. If he has Thors now, he actually cannot do anything against this army either. There's a freaking Widow Mine here, isn't there? Of course there is. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna drop it to the main base again. Like, attacking the planetary would be the game-ending move, but I just don't want to risk attacking into that, to be honest. So I got a bunch more overlords over here. Let me... Where's the... Oh, there's the Widow Mine. Okay, we found it. There we go. Gonna get all my units into here. Then I'll drop on this side, which is probably going to be an orbital. If I had to guess, I guess I can send the Corruptors to save that as well. Gonna drop a bunch of units over there. Probably taking this Thor would be more useful for me, because that's gonna do a pretty significant amount of damage. Thors actually hit pretty hard, guys. If you didn't know, they hit pretty hard. They really do. There we go. That Cyclone dies instantly. I'm just gonna keep neuroling it. Actually, I'll do it just one more time. So now he's going to attack me over here, but I have enough stuff to be able to deal with that. I guess now that factory is dead would be a good time to kill that Thor. Going to drop my units over here, make an overshare with this army. His base is pretty much entirely gone at this point. I do want to make sure he doesn't... This looks so dumb. That he doesn't retake that base on either of the sides, really. Now, I have infestors only. Should be able to kill this pretty easily, I think. Just want to... Actually, maybe I'll just neural them, honestly. Just help me. I don't want to be annoyed by that forever. That base is gonna die now. He probably thinks I'm out of money, but I really am not out of money yet, to be honest. Like, I have just a lot of stuff. I really do have a lot of stuff. And I guess I'm gonna saturate this base now. Those Banshees are going to fall. He really doesn't have any production left whatsoever. Now, he was attacking me on the top right with some stuff. I'm not quite sure if it was relevant stuff, to be honest, but I guess we'll see. I do want to make sure I'm careful with these Corruptors, of course. Here, get the hell back, you guys. So this planetary dies instantly. He's trying to attack this, but the Spore Crawler is going to take care of the Banshee. That planetary is going to die. And this guy, he clearly cannot believe it, but he has been owned by the Mass Dropper style. And this was an absolutely awesome game. And honestly, I couldn't have wished for any better game with the Overlords. In the end, this game was actually quite close. Like, I know I had all of the bases, but I didn't have any bank left at all. I mined out a lot of my bases, and that's usually what ZVT late game comes down to. The Zerg always has a lot more money, and I was down to almost nothing. And this was after I took all of those absolutely amazing fights with the Neurals against the Thors. And I mean, this game was epic enough to be the only game for this episode. Efficiency, we traded efficiently against a Mech Terran well-playing attack with Dropper Lords only. That is absolutely incredible. And I love even more that he said, man, I really wish your strategy worked, but it didn't, unfortunately. But we still got him. He underestimated the infestors and the drops. You could tell he's definitely used to winning these types of games, but that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.